Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another Victoria Marie Design Team Challenge. So for this challenge I am working with Elizabeth Pear, who is on the Facebook group Design Team. If you don't know who or what Victoria Marie is, Victoria Marie started a Facebook group and she did a lot of challenges. So she recently decided she was going to have a design team to kind of help her out with this, and I am one of the design team members. So Elizabeth and I are making layouts using flowers and a color scheme that you would have seen at the beginning of this video. Okay, so let's get to the layout. So I had this transparency sheet that had some very light pink polka dots on it, and I really liked it. At first I was thinking I would use it to back the photos on, but that didn't really work out because you couldn't really see it very well and yada yada. So I just decided to put it on the layout all across the back. And I just had a little bit of a strip left, and it's actually going to be the big matte area for my photos, and I really like how that turned out. So here I'm using this, let's see, I think it's called Sienna from Elle's Studio, I believe. And I really liked the watercolor diagonal stripes. And so I mounted my photos on there, and then I used the extra scrap piece and I turned it over, and I'm going to put it up there in the top left-hand corner above the photos. I also cut out these flowers from a paper that was from, I believe it was Fancy Pants Happy Place. Now here I'm just going through the Dear Lizzie documentary 6x6 pad, and I'm just pulling out a few different papers. I pull out some floral papers and also some turquoise, kind of teal polka dots and things like that. And so here I'm just going to figure out which one looks best behind the photos. And I'm going to end up using this striped paper. And here I'm thinking, okay, I need another layer there behind the photos. So I pull out that floral and it just doesn't work. I don't know why. I just wasn't feeling it. And here I'm trying another one of the florals, and it, like I said, it just wasn't working. I think I was just trying to add too much and it just didn't need it. So here's where I decide, okay, maybe I will do a little cluster up there in the top right hand corner, and I can make this floral paper into a banner. And then that's where I could put my date. I could put it up there in that corner. I also have these Maggie Holmes open book doilies. So I'm going to pull out this white one and I'm going to place it up there in that corner with that banner. I'm also going to cut apart this blue paper, and then when I put it back I realized, oh crap, I cut it too short. So I'm looking through my 6x6 pad because I thought I had two of them, but nope, I didn't. I only had one of them, of course. So here I'm using some washi tape to kind of, piece it back together. And it works just fine. So here I'm just marking with my finger where I want it to go. And so that worked out much better. Here I am cutting out another banner. And now I'm going to start inking up the edges to all of the papers that I'm going to be using, and also on this doily. So I started out with just the Heidi Swap teal blue, but then I was like, okay, we need another color here. We need some more red or pink. So I pull out, I think it's Hollyhock from Close to My Heart. And then I just decide to use both of these colors. And I like the way they look together, so I just kind of went with it. Now I'm going to start gluing down these papers and everything, and then I remembered, oh, I need to ink up this one, and this actually works out really well because I was afraid that you would be able to tell that I had cut the paper and you could see it, but you actually can't because the ink covers it up in this one little spot in the bottom left hand corner. Okay, So now I am going to start gluing down this doily. And then I'm going to cut this piece of paper into a banner. And I'm going to glue those two at kind of an angle to each other. I just kind of liked the way that looked. And then I'm gluing down the photo. And now I'm going to kind of mess around with these clusters of flowers that I had cut out. So these photos are actually of my two boys, and one of our friends had a little girl and they needed someone to watch her one morning. These photos were taken a long time ago. This was back in 2008. So they were all little kids, and I just thought these photos were so cute. My boys playing with this cute little girl that they just thought was so fun because they are just used to playing, boy things and being boys together and all that stuff. So I just really like these photos. Okay, so now here I have the rest of that doily that I am going to put down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the photos. I'm just inking it up because I didn't ink it all up when I did the top part of the doily. So here I'm just going to glue it down. And I really like how that looks. I really like that. So now I'm just cutting off the extra off of the side of the layout. I'm going to glue this very minimal piece down there. I probably could have just thrown it away, but why not use it, right? So here I'm just using my Tombow Aqua Glue, which I keep in my fine line bottle. Now I am going to move on to the title. So I knew I had these Amy Tangerine word phrases, or words, whatever, black words, that's what they are. And I am like, okay, I'm going to put this on there. But I was thinking there's not really any other black on the layout. So I kind of felt like it needed to be dressed up a little bit. So here I'm going to paint it white. And it's going to turn out okay. I probably could have left it black and it would have been fine. But I mean, it's okay the way it turns out. I am going to do 2 coats on this. So I'm going to do it this one time and then I'm going to set it aside and then I will come back and do it a little bit later. Okay, so now it is all dry and everything, and it kind of dried, the paint dried like more, I don't know how to explain this, but I had to pick off the excess that had dried around the word. So that's kind of what I'm doing right here. And you can still kind of see it. It's not the best thing, like I've been saying since I started this. So now I'm going to place it on my layout down there underneath the photos. Now I'm thinking I need something else. At this time, I'm thinking the title is going to be These Boys Are Smitten, and then Cherish is going to be like just a subtitle or, whatever. So I'm thinking I need to pull out a big alpha so that we know that the word cherish isn't the title. But I'm just kind of hemming and hawing here, like, what am I going to do? I pulled out these Teresa Collins little tiny letters, and I'm going to spell out the word these. And then this is where I go, well, maybe it would look good down here if I have the title be these, or cherish these days. And so here I'm just going through this old alpha set. It's just a chipboard set that I got, gosh, I don't remember. I think I got it from scrapbooksteals.com, and I have no idea who it's from. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, I really like this, but I'm just I'm not sure, because I did want to do my journaling right underneath where the word cherish goes because that just seemed like the most logical place. So I stopped the video and I kind of messed around with it and I put it up there above the photos. I didn't really like it up there. So now here I'm going to write out the first idea I had, which was these boys are smitten. So that's what I'm going to end up doing with these Teresa Collins letters. And it is going to stay the way that you see it now. I just decided, I'm just going to go with what I thought would look good first. And I do kind of wish that I had made the title Cherish These Days. But then again, if I had done that, like I was saying, I don't know where I would have put the journaling. So it works out. So now I'm just going to put down this little title or subtitle, whatever you want to call it, up there above the photos, and I'm going to kind of mess around with it. I put it down right on top of the photos, and then I decide I don't like that, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. So if you aren't already a member of the Victoria Marie Facebook group, make sure that you go on over to Facebook and come and find us. I will put a link below to her Facebook group. It's a lot of fun. We just chat about all the crafty stuff that we're doing. We share layouts. We talk about life. It's just a fun place to find friends that understand your love for scrapbooking. Now I'm going to put down the title, which is Cherish. And then I'm going to put these cute little brackets down as well. And they had a backing on them, so it was kind of hard to peel it off. Now I'm going to do my journaling. So I do have a couple different white pens, and I was thinking that white would look nice on this layout, but I pull up that doily to test both of these markers and gel pens out, and they don't really show up very well. So even though there's no other black on the layout, I'm just going to go with black because that's what I usually go to anyway. So here I decide to use a ruler to make the lines straight and nice and everything. I just pull out a mechanical pencil and just draw a few lines. And then I'm going to do my journaling, and it's going to say, Jonas and Brennan had so much fun playing with Elsie this morning that we babysat for our friends. It was so cute and sweet. I love these photos. And then after I do that, I'm just going to pull out my Project Life rotary date stamp, and I'm going to put the date on the bottom left underneath the journaling there. And then I'm also going to stamp it up in that top right-hand corner right next to those banners. And I end up using my Stays On ink, which is actually my favorite go-to ink right now for black. But that is the end of this layout. I do glue down these brackets because they weren't very sticky. And then that's the end. I hope that you will come on over to the Facebook group and join in our challenge. Have a great weekend. Bye.